Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is KHG, and this is just a very quick mini stream just to basically share gameplay with you guys. As usual, this is a second season game on my career, and hopefully the same quality is a bit better, because it came to my attention that you guys couldn't hear the game audio.
Sharch comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Booker. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Money coming off a solid
Good shot.
That's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Black. There's the pass to Azubuike. To the middle. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Bad shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thank you for the compliment, commentator.
Connects from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses
Damn.
rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now Anthony, after the missed three from Mutton. Anthony, the pass to Azubuike. Rebound by the Suns. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. A three ball.
No, I've lost my my vision for the marker.
This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
I'll pull it back.
Sexton deciding where to go with it.
I had this issue when I played online earlier today. The release point was just all over.
Over Sharch. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end. Shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Sexton in at the point guard. Sexton kicks to Dedmon. Off target from three-point range. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the...
Okay, so sorry about the delay in audio there, guys. I was just working a few things out.
Here for Phoenix. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Phoenix leading by 11. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Lakers was tremendous. He had 33
I'm
points.
missing
He
easy
got those
shots.
points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game.
Finally got one.
With that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Now my energy is a little bit lower in my voice because once the stream's done, I'm actually heading off to sleep.
I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people people that work with the strength and conditioning.
So yeah, I was hoping to do an 82-0 in my career season, but the game I lost was by a last second shot.
As long as possible, and so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
They bring up some great points.
Well, you think back to draft day in
Yeah, 'cause I was messing too much with my shooting badges, and I bricked a ton of threes, like 2/3 of my threes missed.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Windler.
And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc, and they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime. No doubt.
Did well on the inside. I have no stats for inside, so anytime I get a decent layup, it's always nice.
Trail by 19.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Okay, so he should be, no, he went to this side, okay. I was trying to predict where the play art was going to go.
Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with
Obviously he's not referred to as play art, it's a playbook play, of course.
Nice shot by Black. Black's got 7 points in the game.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Money. Another 3.
Yes, there we go, the rhythm's coming back.
Payne in the post. And stolen by Ayton.
I have actually increased my defensive speed and all my defensive stats, just to have better release animations, or at least if you hit greens. And the play is still a little bit slow, even though his natural speed is 85. Well, it's 85 or 86, which is basically the same thing.
Their defense has been terrific in this game. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but
Yeah, as always, whenever you see this is much appreciated. And if you leave a comment after the fact, if that's available, I'm hoping it may be. I'll always reply and get back to you.
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing.
On any given stream, anything can happen, so you never know. Might be worth checking out live.
Think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Third quarter action.
After all of my content now will be actually done live in streams, and they'll revert to video format after the fact.
Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Money in at the 1.
That's just tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen.
It's purely because most of the games I like to play for you guys, by the time something interesting happens, the hour clip limit is done, and it really ruins the flow.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And basketball.
Nice to see you, thanks for dropping in. Hope you're okay today.
Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Right wing.
Bad shot.
Here's Leonard. Ayton trying to break free. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 14 points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking.
Yeah, if you want to talk in the chat, feel free. You can talk about anything you like. No topics off limit. Just remember that any member of the YouTube community could possibly see what you type, so be aware of that.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Other than that, you have complete freedom to say whatever you wish, and I will talk with you, obviously.
Train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ford's checked in, and it's Bridges in for Leonard. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Cavaliers. Anthony comes in for Kevin.
I was going to say, I thought I missed that before I got my release one.
This second half, they've missed just once in 5 attempts.
I actually reduced the time as well. I was doing 6 per quarter, but I thought 1 minute less won't make a difference.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Collins?
Well, not on my career anyway, so.
Money passes to Ford. A touch over 2.5 minutes.
Yes, there's the green.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the
I get them so so rarely I have to celebrate them when I do get them.
And they'll keep possession. Payne can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And then Johnson with the jam.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up.
Yes, later today on this channel, roughly about 5-6 hours, there will be the return of Kingdoms of Amalur for another 2-3 hour stream.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry.
Due to the nature of the game, and you have to wander around the world and do quests, etc., as you may have seen online or other creators, it takes a while to get something going.
Subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Pays the pass to Money. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Whistle blows. The bucket is good. Line to make it a 3-point play.
And defensively, they're on
Excuse
their
me.
heels every time the ball comes inside.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not?
Also for, again, return watchers, especially to this stream, the subs have gone up ever so slowly over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm very thankful for that.
We tend to complain. The one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody
So if you have friends that are into games or into people
worried about that.
not being great at games,
So fortunate enough to be able
excuse me,
Totally agree. And so in the game for the Cavaliers,
bad chest today,
Kevin Love, he's out there with Hammonds, and it's Black in at the 2.
then you know they can have a good time thinking, oh my god, how terrible is this guy.
Cleveland with it.
Or on the occasion I have a good game, they can be like, ah, this guy isn't too bad, I might come back.
6 on the shot clock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
and a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
Basically, there's something for everybody. You can make fun if you want to. You can, you know, leave tips, be supportive.
Over to the wing.
All good.
Corner shot.
Bad shot.
No good from Money. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And that's a foul called on.
Ah,
That is
always forget myself. I should just calm down and wait.
He's checked in for Sharich, and Moore subbed in for Hayes.
bear with me a second. It's okay.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. The pass to Hammonds. Here's Black. Shot clock at 5. Lets the three fly. And it's Ford with the rebound. Ford's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Oh, that'll kill an assist.
Layman kicks to Johnson. Out to the right wing with the shot. And again, it's the Suns missing. Cleveland's getting off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
See, the graphic looked good and made me think for 2 seconds I actually nailed that 3.
Here in the fourth, though. Pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Layman. Tries again. It's blocked.
Okay.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Hammonds. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big...
I will work on being more vocal as I play, because as I always say, everything is unedited. Happens.
Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Down low, here's Ford. Back to Moore. Out to the right wing. Money passes to Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Shooting Phoenix. Johnson. 2 shots. The first free throw is good. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Suns. Cleveland also making some changes. Rindler's checked in, and it's Cowan Sexton in for Payne. And Johnson drops them both. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did
kidding
on the
me, they're not
offensive
going to
end,
give player of the
and
game to Kyrie Leonard. Oh, Kyrie, oh, brilliant, I'm a brain with Jelly. Well, their player basically.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt, it's a little tight from
Take over.
and you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him. Smith outside. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. The high post shot. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Money. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
I'm happy with that. 30-point game again.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
Also, I should be able to fit one more game in just about. So I'll get to that as quick as possible. We'll get the game done, and then I'll be back later with a different game.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Also, if you want to see something new that's a little bit random, especially for this channel, I picked up JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven. I did a first impression video, live of course, of that game. It's interesting. I think that's the polite way to put it. It's not the worst thing ever. Yep, so let's get on with the next game as quick as possible. Magic should, no disrespect to the Orlando team, compared to the team I have, we should beat them by at least 20 points.
You're looking like Kobe out there. All right. Got you, Chris. Yep. Oh, nice block. Yeah, come on. You can't be goal 10. All right, I'll take it.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. DA, it's all
I just seen how well the audio came through on the playback. Obviously my vocal audio is fine, but obviously I want to give you guys the opportunity to hear the game as well.
It's going to be won or lost there, and that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Markel Fultz out there with Hampton. Then it's Evan Fournier.
I hope my Markel Fultz finds his confidence and gets his career back on track.
Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Money passes to Booker. And here is Ayton.
Why would you go that wide?
Leonard on the wing.
You'll have to take the shot, Leonard. Oh.
5 to shoot from deep three-point range. The Suns keeping it alive. The new 14. Booker outside. Latrey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Oh, good with the triple. Here's Money. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Cleveland.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter.
Can't believe I paid money for that little show off on green release. Not real money, of course, VC.
Shoots from 12. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They get it back.
I've always said this genuinely is the best game on the market. It's just ruined by greed a little bit. Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. How you doing today?
Now here's Hampton. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. And Moore kicks to Fultz. That three off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
That was a terrible decision by me.
And Isaac throws it down.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor.
Nice to see you again. How you doing today?
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched.
Feel free to comment if you wish. If not, that's completely okay.
Stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Well, it's live chat, isn't it? On streams, of course. So if you want to chat, please do.
And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Booker.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
So it's Phoenix now, following the bucket by Orlando. Releases, and off the left side of the
I thought I missed. Excuse me, I thought I missed that.
points for money.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Anthony, the pass to Okeke. Carter outside to the wing right side. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Hampton. Sweet little floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has? Showing off an exquisite touch.
Right side Westbrook. Here's Money, covered by Anthony. Bamba with the block.
Tell you this, if I kept Chris Paul, well, not me, the CPU made the choice. Can't believe they swapped Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook, just like in real life, but obviously a different team.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Anthony, the pass
Chris
to
Paul
Bamba.
is better at hitting threes.
Trying to get open is Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on charge.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing.
So yeah, just a quick reminder, this is a mini stream, so after this game the stream will be ending.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for this side.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste
Well, all my usual streams are minimum an hour and a half, depending how many people drop in and like what they see. I can extend it and just stay as long as you guys want to enjoy the content.
An amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros.
Considering I've got maxed out playmaking with like 89 or 91 passing, that was quite disappointing.
Yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
Thanks for dropping in. Nice to see you today. How you doing? If you want to chat, please do. If not, that's completely fine.
Then there's Devin Booker, and there's Money, and it's Leonard, and it's a small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You know, you look at Isaac, and the first thing you notice, guys, is his length. This guy is really long, and that helps him.
Considering I've got how you doing, dude?
Well, guys, Money in the last
Considering I've got flexible release, I'm missing a lot of shots this game.
and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. And he really dominated the game. It looked like he could do whatever he wanted. Let's see if he can repeat that kind of performance. Kevin?
Why am I reaching in? There's no need. We're up by 5.
performance tonight.
This team needs his contribution.
Is the audio better than before? You can hear the background if you actually want
So
to.
much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Sharch is checked in for the Suns. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Here's Money. He's got 10, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well done, Aiton. Well done.
Them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Fultz kicks to Moore.
My points are terrible this game. Although saying that the last 3-4 games, I've had terrible points going into the second half. And then I've ended up with 30 points or 26 or something, so it's not that bad at the moment.
Outside Fournier. Now here's Fultz. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
There you go, do your job. Green. Thank you for dropping in. How you doing today?
The Magic trail by 9. A steal. Booker looking around. Pass to Money. Deep.
Missed it. Oh no, it went in.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land. Giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker in the corner. Pass to Money.
Okay, let's take a second.
Suns moving the ball around. Money.
Yes, there we go. Time is coming back.
Money's got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there.
Yeah, I just saw your comment. I think that's to do with how much audio I'm putting it in my own earpiece.
Fournier's got 8 points.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Suns lead by 10. And now
Because in the settings it's actually maxed at 100, so I'm just gonna try that. So you can still hear me, so I'm still here. I'm just gonna increase the volume. Right, it's louder in my ear, so in theory it will be louder on the stream.
Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit. And happy you could join us.
I literally just realised this second that I missed the England game yesterday. I don't even know if they won or not.
That first half went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Hampton. Isaac out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Moore in at the front. A nice shot by Booker.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision
it seems louder ever so slightly, the commentary of the actual game.
And here is Hampton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, they get it again.
Like I say, everything is natural coming through the PS4, for those who aren't aware.
From inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Leonard kicks to Booker. Here's Money.
Yeah, I didn't see that right at all.
He thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Fournier. And the three ball is good. Fournier's got
sometimes the meter just flashes past my eyes.
A good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
And the Suns call time here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the space.
No way, that's impressive. That was like the semi-final.
It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental.
They might actually win a championship for the first time since 1966.
The ability to play in space is so vital.
The pass to Bamba.
Obviously it's not the World Cup, but I mean the Euros is the best you can get other than the World Cup.
Here's Bamba. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The Magic trail by 9.
Yeah, exactly. I just completely keep forgetting to watch the games.
Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul.
Because up until recently, most of their games were afternoon games. And obviously that's when I sleep. So there you go.
Suns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the...
Makes me laugh when a mutual friend of ours always says, "Oh man, did you see the game? Did you see the game?" And I'm like, "Nope, don't care, nope." Oh, was it delayed because of Corona, was it?
Better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Or these challenging times.
Outside Fournier.
I've heard depending how YouTube may have problems if you use that word.
Phoenix ahead. They lead by 13. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Obviously not you guys. You can type whatever you want in the comments. Wow, live chat. We always forget in my mind for a second that during streams the live chat doesn't work like comments. They're just there when people chat, of course.
That's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ayton is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Money. Then there's Hayes. And it's Booker in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And, you know, Fultz has great control on these floaters. Not an easy shot, but he makes it look easy.
Booker the pass to Hayes.
Okay, that was weird. So I'm going to drop. Yep.
Time on the assist by Hayes. Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns.
Any plans for the rest of the day and tonight or anything?
Here's Fournier, covered by Hayes. Fournier gets a wide open look, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, you know, it's obvious how much Fournier's teammates respect his scoring ability. I mean, you can see it out there. He's capable from anywhere, and his teammates believe in it.
Pass to Money from outside the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Yeah, shouldn't have took that. I was well defended. I just felt it for a second.
Yep, that one goes.
In the fast break situation,
Oh my god, only 18 points. I've had like 30 points nearly every game for the last 6 games.
Ayton in the high post. They grab their own miss. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's
I
what I
mean,
said.
there's enough time to bomb a few threes and get my points
Got
up.
to be
So
load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Hayes the pass to Leonard. To the inside, Ayton, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
no, I'll get you for make up for earlier. There you go.
They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and the change for the matchup. Hampton's checked in for Wendell Carter. Here's Fultz. No good from outside. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
It's quite drifty.
Here's Money, guarded by Fultz. They get the rebound, and he banks in the layup.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll just fill people in case they don't want to read that. Does content as well. He's my best friend and is of course massive friend of the channel as well. And he does his own content, and he was saying he's still doing Grand Theft Auto storyline playthrough. And it's quite near the end, so if you guys want to check that out, that would be great.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game.
Well, let's face it, almost everybody likes Grand Theft Auto, so...
Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. It's stolen by Fultz. And up the court.
I don't, because I suck, but the story mode is great.
Nice job down low. Fultz has got 7 points for the quarter.
Fultz is an absolute blur in transition. Excellent at running the floor and getting to his spot.
And the Suns call time. They're up by 10. 124 left to play in the final quarter.
May have to settle for one more shot.
Money.
And I love
How on earth did I get player of the game? That's the lowest points I've had for a bunch of games.
Has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Ayton, the pass to Money. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
Oh, that'll do. Hopefully, if I nail these,
and a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of
I'll get 20 points
for the Suns.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
See, that's not as pathetic now. Anything over 20 is bare minimum, really.
Leonard against Fournier. Fultz. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Suns leading by 12.
No question.
When you have full stats, of course.
Better effort tonight, a dominant performance, and an outstanding win for the Suns.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A a lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep.
Yeah, if I'm going to do that, I need to change my badge because I haven't got enough energy.
Game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for money.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely
or I can just get wide open and play properly.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in
tell me about it. That's the big difference. I always forget to try and get myself in massive space rather than a few footsteps.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.
It's because I have the Hall of Fame badges. I always think, oh, it'll go in anyway, just because the badges are Hall of Fame. But, of course, it doesn't work like that. As I always do, just before I leave, I like to show people what badges I'm using. So usually I never use Green Machine here, but lately I've been getting more greens. Yeah, I remember if you're gonna do that in general, I've found be a centre or a power forward, because then you can just truck the paint and get like 2 after 2, like layups and dunks. You haven't got to worry about the threes. And plus, if you get tired, you can still do layups and like small dunks, like the two-handed things. I like bigs and power forwards, they're my favourite, but the shooting is terrible unless you purposely pick a standing shooter for the power forwards, like a non-running version of Dirk Nowitzki where you just stand in the corner and pop the threes. And be like how Kevin Love was left to do back the first time when LeBron went back to Cleveland. It's like, yeah, Kevin Love's great, but now you're going to just stand in the corner. Oh, there you go, yeah. See, that's what I forget myself. I could easily score a lot more 2s than I do 3s. But my brain just says, nah, you've got high 3 points to get 3s. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these on Hall of Fame for later when I come back. So that's my shooting badge setup. Almost full of playmaker there, 22 of 24. Most of those are Hall of Fame. My plan is to get those 2 to be the final 2 to make those Hall of Fame. Basically like all ankle breaker stuff and good passes. Defense isn't that important because my defense stats isn't that high, but just to show you guys, pick dodges to get around the big fellas and clamp to stay at the front of the smaller guys. Try and get my hands in for the steals. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you everybody for popping in. I'll be back in about 4 to 6 hours. Yeah, and I'll definitely message you, dude. You can do voice later.